Hi guys, what's up? It's your boy Crypto Marco yet again with another awesome video on the topic of cryptocurrencies. The currency your friendly bank employee told you not to invest in because he said that it's smarter to invest in currencies that sound cool. And in this video we're gonna talk about Litecoin, and why Litecoin all of a sudden soared in value. What has happened there? But before we get into that, thank you very much for being on my channel. I really appreciate that. Also, if you like my video, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up, that'd be great, and subscribe to the content if you enjoy it. So Litecoin, if you're unfamiliar with Litecoin pretty much came from the semen of Bitcoin, and Litecoin is pretty much the first fork that happened on Bitcoin. And this handsome man was the man who did it, Charlie Lee. He's Mr. Litecoin. And as you can see, he's probably a Dragon Ball fan, and he also believes in the, hand-in-hand partnership that Litecoin has with Bitcoin. And if you are like me and you hold some Litecoin, you were probably pretty delighted when you saw the CoinMarketCap last night, because all of a sudden Litecoin increased in value by a lot. As you can see, we started on the 8th of December. It was $100, and now it peaked at 163. Now we're at 152. And the question is, of course, why did it increase all of a sudden, and where did that money come from? So one page I like to use for these kind of analysis is Cipher data. And here you can see the correlations between certain cryptocurrencies. Highly recommended. Cipher data is being operated by a guy who also has like a PhD in physics. So when it comes to maths, this guy knows his stuff. And here you can see a little table of the different correlations. And basically, what a correlation is just a connection between two different sets of between one number and another one. So I'm going to try to explain it, but you're probably going to find a better definition on Wikipedia. So a correlation is basically if one number goes up, how strong does the other number mimic the movement of that number. So it can be, it goes from +1 to -1. And the +1 would be it does exactly the same, and -1 it does the opposite. So you can see that Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, they have a correlation but only 0.4. On the other hand, -0.1 with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So every time Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin Cash goes down, and it's the other way around, of course. But when it comes to correlation, there is something called correlation, there is something called causality. So for example, in regions where there are more storks, there are more children. And this is something that is really true. There are more children in regions with more storks, but that's a correlation. But the causality is not because the storks bring the children and that's why there are more children. The causality is that where there are more storks, it's probably not such a densely populated area and people just have more children. So that's the causality behind it. And you have to make a distinction. And right now you see that Litecoin and Bitcoin, Litecoin and Ethereum have a correlation of 0.78. And this is the highest correlation you're going to see in this table. And quite interesting, because you'll also see that Litecoin went up and so did Ethereum. And right now Bitcoin is not up there because Bitcoin is going through a correction. So if you are in the crypto industry game, you probably know that in the last month we have seen a certain pattern that Bitcoin slowly but steadily goes up and up, and then all of a sudden he starts soaring, he starts charging his power level, then people start selling, the fees get super high, and then we see a little correction, and then exactly the same happens again, soaring, then it goes down, correction, people selling, realizing their profits, fees go up, nobody wants to deal with Bitcoin anymore, Coinbase shuts down, and then the price goes down, and probably what's going to happen, you guessed it, we're probably going to see the same pattern again. So it's going to keep on growing and growing and growing steadily, and then all of a sudden, you know, it's going to start soaring, and then it's going to go down. So that's at least my prediction, but I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my subjective opinion. I could be wrong. And as you can see, Litecoin went totally crazy, and the question is, of course, what happened to Litecoin that all of a sudden Litecoin went up in value that much? So I did some research, and there's nothing on the Litecoin Twitter account to be found. What does Charlie have to say? Not much, just that he's pretty happy with the Litecoin development. Oh, that's a nice meme there. Please let me see the nice meme. Are you not entertained? Okay, whatever. So basically, I could not find any certain event that made Litecoin soar all of a sudden like this, but it might have to do something with South Korea. So this is just a theory, although you don't have to put on your tinfoil hats if you hear this theory. Litecoin is, especially in the Asian region, such as Korea and Japan, very popular, and it will allegedly be used to finance ICOs. So, you know, people in Korea are paying a lot more for Bitcoin than people in USA or Europe. So maybe Koreans are buying a lot of Litecoins. Like, this is a very vague theory, and I don't have anything to back it up. I know, but this is just one of my theories. But it's interesting just to note that since Litecoin came out in 2013, how much it increased in value. Like, it started off everything as $4, and then Litecoin at some point was back at $2, and now 157. So quite, like, I think almost 3,000% since Litecoin was issued for the first time. Pretty interesting increase in value. And Litecoin does, of course, have a very strong Litecoin community. People who believe in Litecoin, who are hodling until they're dead. So the first rule of Litecoin Club is never sell Litecoin. Second rule is never sell Litecoin. And third rule is hodl until you die. And I found on CoinDesk a pretty interesting article on the correlation of Bitcoin and Litecoin again from March 2017, so not that old. Let's just go through it. The most objective way to examine the price relationship that exists between Bitcoin and other digital currencies is to examine the available data. That's what we just did pretty much. Using this information, market observers can get a far better sense of exactly what these relationships look like. For some currency pairs, looking at quarterly data is sufficient, as doing helps convey a strong sense of the relationship between the two digital assets in question. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Bitcoin Litecoin is a great example, as price data reaching back to the final quarter of 2013 shows 6 quarters where the pair's correlation surpassed 0.7 and 3 quarters where it exceeded 0.8. So you can also be certain every time Litecoin goes up that Bitcoin did the first step and go up. This strong positive relationship makes sense, as Litecoin is to some extent a spin-off of Bitcoin using similar technologies and design. It's important to keep in mind that Bitcoin and Litecoin prices have not always had a strong relationship, as their correlation has at times broken down. So I think that Bitcoin and Litecoin do have some great potential in the future, but it might be time to sell some of your Litecoin positions, a few percent here and there. As you know, I'm giving away a little amount of Litecoin every day. So if you want to win some Litecoins, just comment down below and leave your Litecoin address. That's very important, so I know where to send the money to. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to subscribe and check out my other channel, my other videos. I also made a video on Litecoin, I think it was 1 month ago. So if you want to go more in depth into the topic of just Litecoin, not the analysis of Litecoin, you can go there. And as always, I wish you a lot of success with all your trades, a lot of health. Hope everything goes well. Have a nice weekend, and see you soon. Bye.